it wasn't a place for that. So why he would come up to me like, you feel me?
Yeah.
And he wasn't even like in the right state of mind anyway, so.
I am just flabbergasted that the highest paid boxer, one of the most famous people on the planet, Floyd Mayweather, has managed to become a repeat offender as a scam artist.
And that he just said he bought 400 million deal with the 62 flats in New York, and none of them were real. Why do you feel the need to embarrass yourself like that?
Gervonta Davis has reportedly made claims suggesting that the NYPD is currently investigating Floyd Mayweather in connection with an alleged $42 million property-related scam. According to Davis, Mayweather is not in a stable state of mind and should not be trusted, further alleging that he has been misleading people around him. Davis also accuses the boxing star of being involved in deceptive financial behavior and claims that he himself was personally affected during their past working relationship. These statements, as reported, add to ongoing controversy and speculation surrounding Mayweather's business dealings, though there remain allegations made by Davis.
This person.
Yeah.
But people they wasn't around like long enough to understand that. They just no bias type shit, like you said.
Floyd Mayweather's controversial reputation is often portrayed as something that developed over time rather than appearing suddenly. Critics argue that a series of disputes, legal concerns, and questionable business associations have contributed to an ongoing pattern surrounding his name. Despite repeated scrutiny, these issues have not appeared to slow him down. In fact, some observers believe the controversies have only intensified over the years. Whether attributed to ego, a strong attachment to status, or resistance to change, the narrative around him suggests a consistent refusal to adjust his approach. As a result, critics claim that Mayweather continues on the same path regardless of consequences, even when questions are raised about how it could affect his long-term financial standing.
400 million deal with the 62 flats in New York, and none of them were real. Why do you feel the need to embarrass yourself like that? Just live your life and enjoy. Nobody cares how much Bugatti you got. Nobody cares about how much Ferrari or how much watch your watch cost, 18 million, whatever. Nobody cares. These are all liabilities. As soon as you buy the watch, you can't sell it for 18 million again.
I am just flabbergasted that the highest paid boxer, one of the most famous people on the planet, Floyd Mayweather, has managed to become a repeat offender as a scam artist.
NFT world, guess what?
Guess what?
Drop. And of course, I'm the money man. But guess what?
Sure are.
We're not done yet.
We aren't?
They told me
There's more
we're not
scamming to be
yet,
done.
and it's not over.
Oh my God.
Autograph gloves.
Oh my God, that's incredible. 2,000 people that invest in his NFT project get a chance to win autographed gloves. It's crazy. But you might be asking, did he actually follow through on his promises and deliver these gloves? Of course he fucking did.
Money May, you all know the rest.
Money May, you all know the rest. You just got scammed again.
In 2013, Floyd Mayweather drew major attention after stating in an ESPN interview that he had around $123 million stored in a single bank account. He framed this as part of his financial approach, explaining it as a method of managing his money by keeping large sums distributed across different accounts. Although the figures sounded striking, his financial practices later faced criticism. In 2015, reports emerged that the IRS had placed a lien against him for more than $22 million in unpaid taxes. This development led to renewed scrutiny of his financial management, especially given his earlier claims about strong liquidity and careful money handling. The situation sparked debate about the difference between reported wealth and actual financial responsibility. It highlighted how large bank balances and public claims of wealth do not necessarily reflect disciplined financial management or consistent fulfillment of tax obligations.
How much money do you have in your bank account?
Which account? Which bank?
You have more than one account?
Absolutely.
I don't even have one account. Give me the amount of money you have in one of your accounts.
200 million? 300 million?
Dollars?
Yeah, in different accounts.
A former accountant of Floyd Mayweather has shared striking observations about how the boxer reportedly views money on a day-to-day basis. According to these accounts, Mayweather would often treat figures such as $100,000 or even $200,000 as if they were relatively insignificant amounts. What might be life-altering sums for the average person reportedly carried little emotional or practical weight for him. Instead of reacting strongly to those numbers, he was said to view them as minor fluctuations in a much larger financial picture. These remarks highlight the scale of wealth Mayweather has operated within, where amounts that seem enormous to most people are considered routine in his financial world.
To just residences making 100, 200 grand here or there, $50,000 not going to affect. But for those large investors, obviously that's becoming very concerning, because if you've got a building, big mall or something else, it could be worth $100 million. All of a sudden you've got a $10 million profit on there that's now going to be taxed at 37 or 40 versus 20 to 24. Huge difference. So that's the biggest one people are keeping their eye on.
Joe Rogan has voiced what many people find puzzling about Floyd Mayweather's financial situation. The question centers on how someone capable of earning such massive sums of money could still end up dealing with serious financial obligations or disputes. He described a situation where a $25 million tax demand could suddenly turn into an even larger amount once everything is fully accounted for, highlighting how quickly numbers can escalate in high-level financial cases. While it may sound exaggerated, Rogan suggested that with Mayweather's scale of earnings, scenarios like this don't seem entirely out of question. Despite generating enormous income throughout his career, the discussion points to ongoing concerns about how effectively that wealth has been managed over time.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect, and it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money. There's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, like what are you talking about, man?
He's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash. Hilarious. I love it.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congratulations.
But he doesn't drive.
I like it. Good. You can sell those. They're worth a lot of money. You can get that money too.
Yeah.
He's really interesting in the amount of money that he's able to generate.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather's apology directed toward the CEO of Cleto Reyes has been described as more than a simple gesture of reconciliation. Reports suggest it may also be connected to his interest in acquiring the historic boxing equipment brand and expanding its presence in the sport. At the same time, observers note that this move fits a familiar pattern associated with Mayweather, frequently highlighting financial strength and ambitious business goals in the public eye. While some of these claims are discussed in media circles alongside ongoing speculation about his financial situation, nothing has been officially confirmed regarding his personal finances. The contrast between public perception and reported commentary has fueled debate, with critics pointing to a gap between his statements and outside narratives. Supporters, however, view his actions as consistent with his long-standing branding as a confident and highly successful entrepreneur.
¿Dónde está Malena?
¿Dónde está el jefe?
We need to become partners. I need to buy the business. Okay. This is Malena Reyes, the daughter of Mr. Reyes. I know I made the other glove company big. That was me. I'm sorry. ¿Le entiendes? Que él sabe que hizo grande a otra compañía. You want me to make this bag big? Que si quieres que haga Reyes la grande. Well, she gonna have to work with me. Que si quieres trabajar con él. We gotta work together as a team. Trabajar juntos.
From the early stages of his career, Floyd Mayweather has shown a strong interest in real estate ownership. His investments reportedly went beyond luxury homes and estates, extending into high-profile commercial properties, including major buildings in New York City. On the surface, such acquisitions can appear like calculated financial moves, suggesting a shift toward large-scale investment and asset building. However, critics argue that his pattern of purchases reflects a focus that goes beyond conventional investment strategy. Rather than being viewed purely as long-term income-generating assets or portfolio diversification, these properties are often discussed in the context of image building. According to this perspective, the emphasis is less on financial structure and more on public perception, with real estate becoming part of a broader narrative centered on status and visibility.
He settled on investing his money, and one of the places that he invested in was One Vanderbilt in New York City. He has proudly recalled his investment in that skyscraper multiple times. He once said during an interview that people should Google his name along with the name One Vanderbilt, and they would see that he's a part of that project. He also referred to that building as being one of the tallest in the entire city, which was indeed a factual statement on his part. Even the host was surprised to hear about all this.
I own nine skyscrapers in New York City.
9 skyscrapers?
Yes.
Let me ask you this question.
He getting it to him.
Do you think that would be possible if you never bought yourself out of the Top Rank contract?
Well, I bought myself out my contract for $750,000. And in just 3 fights, I made $750 million.
So would you say that was maybe the biggest point in your career? I think because you had the talent, you had all of that.
I think the best thing about my career was I'm my own boss, that I wanted to do what I wanted to do. I rolled the dice, and to become great at whatever you want to do, you got to roll the dice and take a chance on yourself. Absolutely. And that's what I do.
One of Floyd Mayweather's former business associates has reportedly offered a closer look at what they describe as the reality of his financial habits. While acknowledging that Mayweather has generated enormous earnings throughout his career, the partner suggested that his spending patterns remain extremely high. According to these accounts, significant amounts are regularly directed toward private jets, luxury cars, large properties, and other high-end expenses, with monthly costs reaching substantial figures. The concern raised is that this level of spending can place constant pressure on even very large incomes. The partner's comments point to a broader discussion about financial balance, suggesting that high earnings alone do not guarantee long-term stability if outgoing expenses consistently remain at the same or higher level.
Look, man, we both made some real money, but you start burning through, you make $2-3 million a year, you burning through $100,000 a month. You ain't really got that much money.
Shit, he probably spending way more than that.
No, I'm talking regular dudes. Say we make $3 million, we burning through $100,000 a month. We really don't got no paper like that saved up.
That's a fact.
So even if he's making $100 million, if he's burning through $5, $6, $7 million a month, you still got taxes, you still got responsibilities. So I don't know nobody's bag, but me and you, we real. We never count nobody's paper. So
not at all.
I hope he got $10 billion. And I hope he get out of his problem.
That's a fact, because you would figure he should be able to just cash him out. Like whatever the tab is, he should be able to wire that.
I think he could do that with no problem.
Additional allegations involving Gervonta Davis have further fueled speculation around Floyd Mayweather's financial situation. According to these claims, Mayweather was reportedly detained in Dubai over disputes related to unpaid jewelry bills. Although these accounts have not been independently verified, regardless of their accuracy, the story has circulated widely and contributed to a more critical narrative about his financial lifestyle. It has been used by some commentators to suggest a disconnect between his public image of extreme wealth and the possibility of underlying financial strain tied to high-end spending. These discussions stand in contrast to the polished persona Mayweather has long maintained, where success and luxury are central themes. As a result, the rumors, whether confirmed or not, continue to fuel debate about the stability behind his wealth and reality of his financial foundation.
I'm speechless if this is true, but Floyd Mayweather supposedly is held hostage in Dubai. Gervonta Davis suggested this, who I believe is signed under Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd responded back of posting a video of Tank dancing on his IG, saying, "We always knew he had sugar in the tank." Like, actually, that's insane posting this online. I'm not even kidding. And then Tank went on his IG story to say this.
Yo, them people over in Dubai that money. Tell them get on live right now. And you old people in Saudi Arabia.
And Floyd responded back saying he should fight Shakur instead. I have no clue what is going on with this beef, but they're basically saying that Floyd Mayweather is broke and owes people money and he's hiding in Dubai. I'm actually speechless if any of that is remotely true, but I kind of can see that coming. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Logan Paul and Jake Paul, like 2 years ago, said that Floyd is actually broke. And it low-key might be true, but we'll see what happens.
Further reports emerging out of Dubai have added to the ongoing controversy surrounding Floyd Mayweather's business dealings. Several vendors have allegedly stated that he acquired high-end luxury items without immediate payment, which they claim eventually led to disputes and strained professional relationships. These accounts have been interpreted by critics as part of a broader pattern of financial mismanagement, where payment obligations are said to be delayed or handled in ways that create friction with business partners. While none of these claims have been independently verified, they continue to circulate within public discussions about his spending habits. The situation has sparked wider debate about how reputation and credit are used in high-value luxury markets, and whether relying heavily on perceived status can create long-term financial risks if not managed carefully.
The Tank's come out with a bit of a mad statement, and he said that Floyd Mayweather has been held captive in Dubai because he owes people money and he can't pay them, or won't pay them, one or the other. Before I carry on, please hit that follow button if you haven't already. We're on a mission to get to 10k. And for me, the idea that one of the richest men in the world cannot pay somebody in Dubai is a bit mad. However, Tank Davis has come out and said, ask Floyd to go live right now, and he can't. Which is a fair point, and knowing how Mayweather's ego is, if it was possible for him to go live, he would be responding to this straight off the bat. Now that being said, it wasn't that long ago since we saw that video call between him and Bill Haney on the internet. And whether this is true or not, I do not know. It could just be Tank throwing shots at Floyd Mayweather, because I know that relationship has been a little bit ropey in the last few years. But you never know, especially with somebody like Mayweather, who sometimes comes across with a bit of a god complex. Maybe he's just tried screwing the wrong people.
Gervonta Davis has reportedly come forward with claims describing a strained and unhealthy dynamic between himself and Floyd Mayweather. He alleges that their relationship was marked by control and manipulation, particularly through the use of financial influence. According to Davis, what appeared to be generosity in the form of expensive gifts was actually used as a way to maintain power and leverage over people in Mayweather's circle. He suggests that constant access to money and material rewards created an imbalance that reinforced Floyd's dominance in those relationships. Davis further claims that this kind of behavior ultimately damages trust over time, weakening personal and professional bonds and pushing people away. In his view, the excessive focus on wealth and control turned what looked like support into something more complicated and restrictive.
Set you off that you was like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh,
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I wouldn't say love hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of this.
Deal, he don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
According to Gervonta Davis, Floyd Mayweather's mindset goes beyond finances and extends into how he views his legacy within boxing. He claims that Floyd struggles with the idea of younger fighters gaining recognition or surpassing his own achievements. Davis suggests that rather than actively supporting the next generation of champions, Mayweather is more focused on preserving his position and status in the sport. In this interpretation, that behavior is described as a form of gatekeeping that helps him maintain influence and visibility. These claims are framed as reflecting deeper insecurities, with Davis arguing that the desire to stay at the center of attention may be linked to concerns about becoming irrelevant over time, even in the face of continued wealth and fame.
Mayweather set you up against Pedraza. Did he really think Pedraza was gonna beat you? Later.
He didn't know how good I was and how I would like handle the situation, so he just threw me out there.
Why do you think he did?
He was hurt. I mean, not even hurt. He was just bad. First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. Why the fuck would you say Terrence Crawford should fight? Benavidez. That don't make no fucking sense. He don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you.
You next in line. This was next in line.
Is there like a
last question, guys? Gotta wrap up.
Is there like a love-hate for like
yeah,
fighter?
Yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest. But he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad. And he Cause I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this, I'm that.
Thank you very much. I will see you at 5:30.
It just I don't know.
Floyd Mayweather doesn't only live an extravagant lifestyle, he actively showcases it. His social media presence often highlights a world of luxury, featuring extensive collections of high-end footwear, rare automobiles, and designer items displayed in a way that emphasizes scale and abundance. Rather than simply being a reflection of wealth, his online persona is often described as highly curated and performance-driven. The emphasis is placed not just on having expensive possessions, but on presenting them as part of a larger public image. However, this constant display of affluence also invites questions. Some observers argue that repeated demonstrations of wealth can raise curiosity about the need for validation, especially when confidence and financial security are assumed to stand on their own.
Floyd Mayweather was the highest paid athlete in the world, and you won't believe why. Early in his career, Floyd partnered with a fight promoter where he was making $3 million a fight, but he wasn't satisfied. He thought he could make way more with pay-per-view and wanted out of his contract. So he bet on himself and paid his manager $750,000 to get out. And you won't believe what happened next, so drop a follow. This would prove to be a huge win for Floyd, and after going independent, he made nearly $1 billion and became the highest paid athlete in the world.
That's a wrap for today's video. Thanks for watching, stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next one.